my boy Champ.
That's me.
Okay, I'm back. What up?
What's up, man?
Howdy, partner.
That's good. What's good, baby?
Look at you. You look so beautiful on my screen right now. Did you know that? Like, you look incredible. Look at you.
Oh,
Look at you.
You look good too, bro.
Thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Just we gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure we look good for the audience, you know?
Yeah. I was just showing them a video clip about they should call the cops. Feel me? About this. Okay, I think it's a short.
Are you
clip,
condoning snitching?
Let me share you my screen, okay?
Yeah.
And then you go ahead and show your audience.
Yeah, I got you.
What the fuck is happening here? Okay, here, right here.
Okay.
I need you guys to call the FBI. Okay, call the FBI. Okay, you see my screen.
Okay.
Right. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Hold on. Let me go to the Okay. Look at this, guys. That screen share tech. Okay, let me see this. I'm ready.
Okay. Look at the resources. The bitch has 100% life. Do you know that she just died here?
Okay, I'm ready for this. I'm mentally prepared.
The game. She died. Like, it's one hit. Okay?
Okay, I'm mentally. I'm here.
Let's know this. And he's on the corner.
Yes.
Okay?
She should not die, but you saying she dies. Okay, I'm struggling to believe this.
Cute. Oops, sorry. The lag. Please don't be like this. Don't be like this. What the fuck? We would just play this shit 50 million times. Let's see the cops. The cops. Hold up. Just a second. The cops.
Bruh.
Hold up. The JP players. Hold up. They don't want me to share this.
That's what you get for being a snitch. Shouldn't snitch.
Second. Hold up.
Brother, are you sure you even watched it? Or did you just look at a fucking Microsoft PowerPoint of this shit?
I don't know why it's not doing it. Like, we just watched it with the stream.
I don't even think it's a video. I think it's a picture, and you're just lying to us.
I know. I don't know what happened.
This man trying to show us pictures of tech. I've never seen such shit in my life.
I told you, somebody should. Yeah. What? Okay, well, guess what? It's a complete failure. You go ahead and figure it out. Okay, here. I'm gonna share you the video. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
It was working for me. Okay, it was working, but it didn't. Now it doesn't work. Okay, it's clearly the JP player stopping me from spreading this news.
I mean, he does have a lot of money. I mean, money gets you power, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Here we go. Okay, you shared that. You watch it right now. I sent it to the Discord.
You want me to? Okay, I'll watch it. Okay.
Yeah, watch it there.
I will watch it.
I'm telling you right now. There's something wrong with that motherfucker. Okay. Something is wrong.
Let's go back to this.
Okay, now it's working for me. But then.
Okay, ready?
But you watch it on your own then.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I sent it to you. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I'm watching it now. Why does he do so much damage? Okay.
No, don't worry about the damage. Worry about the situation. How that even started.
Wait, what the fuck? That's not a safe jump. There's no way that's a safe jump. Well, maybe it is against her, right? But
it is a safe jump.
Universal?
Yes.
What? Why?
What are you talking about? And don't miss the part. Don't miss the detail at the very last when he did a micro walk, so he can still get a little bit of meter for the final OD. Don't miss that part.
Oh, I just seen that. That's crazy.
Okay, and the perfect frame jump. Okay, bruh. Okay, just know that that character literally just died because of one hit of amnesia.
Just because she tried to throw, right? Yeah, that was a throw punish.
There's many of those videos that I have that I got from that guy
Makoto
who innovates with JP. Yeah,
I remember you were saying like when JPs catch up, this shit is over.
Yeah, for sure. And that was just insane when he was like doing them things, because that shit is like a whole new different level of like of tech. Here we go. What do you think about that?
I don't think that shit is legal in 48 states.
That's what I was saying.
Maybe in Hawaii and Alaska it is because they're not inland, but
this is just. I'm trying to do analysis in this one. It's just. I don't even think this is right. Mind you, he killed her with no CA. Okay?
right.
There's no CA. And it's only one connection. It's from the amnesia. And everything was a checkmate already from the other side of the corner to the other side of the corner. I want you to actually just
to process that.
Yeah, no other character can do not even close to that. From one hit, then checkmate, then win. Nobody can do that.
Did he take advantage of the stun glitch too? In that, I think he did, right? Or was that before the stun glitch was revealed? I think that was.
He just jumped. Who cares?
No, because you know the stun glitch, how the first hit, it stays like 100 or whatever, and the subsequent hits go to 80 or whatever.
It didn't really. It's not that important in that situation. First of all, this is just to demonstrate that he can do it 100% kill. You don't even. He doesn't have to do none of those nonsense.
Nah, he has to do that if it's using the stun glitch, then it wouldn't be enough damage because of the scaling.
I know, but you won't have 100% health.
Oh yeah, true. True.
That's what I'm saying. You would not have 100% health. So this is just to show you, like, even if you're 100%, you try to be cute and grab the motherfucker, you're dead.
Yeah, that's kind of scary, man. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's okay. Hopefully March we will get some justice, everybody. So people on the interwebs, welcome to Fighter Academy podcast number 1. It's technically number 2, but we'll say number 1 part 2 because this is the first real episode. Woo, confetti. Okay, so we've made some improvements to the overlays and whatnot. It's a little bit, a little cleaner, a little smoother. And we have a little more organization with our stream today. So we have some topics. I'm going to read off the topics so you guys can see what we are going to be discussing today. All right. So today's topics are catching up. So me and Champ are just going to talk about our, days in between our last meeting, whatnot, talk about stuff, things about the game theory, blah, 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 blah. And then we go into CPT Midwest, which we haven't reviewed yet. We talk about the email conundrum Bangladesh controversy that's happened in the past couple days. Some Q&As, and then we will end the stream with some analysis. All right?
111.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I don't even know why this chat is on the screen. Okay, so all right. So Champ, talk to me. How you feeling, good sir? How goes? Are you still you're still in Asia?
Yes. It's better.
Yeah, I know. You said, I'll be back by the 27th. I'll be back the 27th. Yeah, it's the 30th, motherfucker. Why are you still there?
No, see, look, when I told you that, I was not lying. It was, I was supposed to go there, but I want to time it for the Capcom Cup stuff. I want to time it with the ICFC finals offline. So I want to time it. So I kind of like, I'm there for all of them.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. So you want to time it. So right now there's no like definitive dates for the other one, but it's gonna be in the next few weeks. So I would know. Then I just do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Going back home, that's home. That should be straightforward.
I honestly, if I was in your shoes, I'd do the same thing. I there's no reason not to do it. That's the place. That's the optimal place to be training right now.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's cool. So, leading up to Capcom Cup LCQ, how are you feeling about it? A couple weeks away.
Capcom Cup. It's LCQ. You understand the amount of talent going to be there, and the odds of somebody winning that, despite, let's say, theoretically, let's say Kakeru, Tokido, and all Japan forces goes, and then you got Punk. And then you got all the other guys, right? Okay, let's just say the favorite to win the LCQ, assuming Punk goes, Kakeru, Tokido. Okay, just Kakeru and Punk are the favorite. Let's just say. The odds of them winning that and surviving all the barrage from that one is probably less than like 15 or 10%, right? Because the amount of talent is there. It's really rough tournament. So
Yeah.
and that there's no second place in that shit. There's nothing. You don't get anything from that. So it's like, you know, you just it's called LCQ for a reason. But then people, you see how like the other pros have to do with like, oh, you didn't qualify this year. Okay, it's a 7-year game minimum. Who cares? It's this year. It's only this year. It's the first year. You know.
Yeah.
Your goal is to improve. Right.
I think
it's supposed to be long term.
I think the pressure. Yeah, I think the pressure is because of the status if you win Capcom Cup, right? Because we're not sure if there's gonna be another $1 million prize again, right? So, and on top of that, being the first one out the gate to win is pretty significant. So I think that's probably like the added pressure, right?
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And it's always good to have like to win, right? Of course. But what I'm saying is like not everybody would have the same opportunities as other people from other regions, right? So you can't necessarily like be salty about that. You feel me? Like that's why that approach of the other pros that didn't qualify because they're from different region makes sense. You know?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Right. That's like the strongest region is Japan. Only 2 of them can qualify, but like legit 70% of the pros are there. What the fuck?
Right.
Like so, they have the same amount of spot as somebody from Bangladesh. Feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's like come on. So, but it makes sense. You know, that it's the first year. It's the first year. It's the first year. They're coming from COVID. Nobody, Capcom did not know how many offline events would want to host the tournament offline. They have to release a pro tour schedule, so they have to do what they have. So that makes sense as well, you know.
Yeah, for the first year.
To keep the World Warrior too, because you want to have that.
But I miss the off. I prefer the offlines, to be honest. But I mean, if in a perfect world they could figure out some way to bring both together with more offline events next year, I'd be pretty happy because I wasn't really feeling this online circuit, man. I know online is cool and all, but I still don't trust it entirely because it's still online, right? Nothing will ever beat offline, and there's something different about being in an arena with people, you know, and you can see them and you can it's just the aura and the energy of the crowd. It's just a completely different experience. But
I agree.
Hopefully next year we will get back on track with that.
I agree.
So yeah, we'll talk about that Bangladesh thing in a bit because there's some really interesting dialogue to have with that. But so let's talk about CPT Midwest. So
okay,
CPT Midwest. Let's pop up their results. Let's see. I
like CPT Midwest. That's a good tournament.
Let's check this out. Let me pop this bad boy up.
Right.
Okay. Let me see.
Oh damn! You said CPT Midwest is like, oh shit! I was legit thinking Frosty Faustings, because that was legit like Midwest.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like,
yeah, we can talk about that too, right? Because so we can squeeze both of those into this conversation. All right, so I'm looking at the top 8. All right, so I'll share my screen so you can see exactly what I'm looking at. Okay, so let's talk about the top 8. Okay, this is kind of it was a pretty typical top 8, except for like one like very obvious what the fuck is this character, right?
Let me guess. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I gotta really say it, right?
I remember.
Yeah, so top 8 consisted of Ken, Luke, Jerry, DJ, usual suspects, another Luke, JP and Luke, DJ, Honda? What?
Well, there's always one spot for an obscure character, anyways. Except for Evo, what do you call it? CPT Japan, right? Had 2 Lukes, 2 Kens, 2 Camis, and 2 JPs.
You don't count Jachi's Kimberly? Or did
he didn't play Kimberly in the top 8? He played mostly JP, and he rarely plays Kimberly now. He's playing JP and Ken. even his Ken, when we watched it at the other tournament, which is like a couple days ago, he was playing modern Ken as well, and he did really well.
Okay.
So he switched to Ken and JP from Kimberly.
He's a wise man.
Yeah.
Okay. So Hamad gets in there with Honda. Not surprising to me, to be honest, because Hamad is just super strong,
OG.
OG multi-game specialist. Does not surprise me at all. Maybe like the newer generation, they're like, who the hell is Hamad? But Hamad was a beast. This man in one bracket beat K-Brad, Justin, and Ricky to win the entire tournament at KIT, I believe. He's legit.
He's definitely very good.
He's legit. Super legit.
Sure. Yeah, no doubt.
He reminds me of you with like how strategic he is, like his structured thinking. Like he reminds me of you a lot in that regard. And I think like you guys like are the types of players that can just like through like work ethic and discipline can just hold your own against like the field of talent. You know, the players that are like the punks and stuff like that.
I think he definitely has an amazing skill set for sure, and I've always been like very very cool with him. Such an amazing guy as well, amazing human, But you talk about the talent part about the like the punks in the world. There's only very few of them. Like, but then talent is important, but not that important. Basically, it's important, but not that important. It's not. Because Daigo's not that talented, right? But Daigo's status. Taquito is not super talented like them, but then he works super hard. But he has some talent. You need to have some talent, right? That's a requirement. But your attitude to how to improve and get better, and your training, right, is what matters. Because so you don't have so you have a high cap. So you have a high cap, right? You can be super talented, but then you cap out early because you don't have the other two that I just mentioned.
Yeah, then, the work ethic and stuff.
Yeah, then you're just dead.
Right? You don't think that persistence and like extreme focus is like a talent? I feel like that's a talent, especially nowadays in this era of like distractions and shit like that. Or instant gratification. I feel like being super focused is like a talent. It is very rare amongst people nowadays.
I don't think it's I don't consider them talent. I consider it as passion. So
you could be passionate and not be disciplined though.
Really?
Oh yeah, of course.
But if you're super strongly passionate about something, then you really want it. You really want something. Then you're gonna do everything you can to get it.
Well, what is passion, right? I think we should start off with that. What's passion? What's passion? What is passion to you?
Well, it's something that's deep inside my heart that I truly, truly want this, and I feel like this is like my passion for that time, right?
You sound like an anime weeb. You are an anime weeb.
I don't even watch anime. Bro. But I'm telling you, it's like that. Like I'm just explaining to you. It's like something that you're obsessed about, right? Whatever. There's different levels to it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like something that you somehow like a bit obsessed towards that, whatever that is. It could be anything.
So
then,
okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. So for me, passion is a large abundance of energy towards something, right? You notice people that are not passionate have no energy, right? They just kind of lethargic, right? They just fucking flow through life and they don't really like have something that makes them appear alive. So you can have a lot of energy towards something, but I think the discipline is like the next step of it. It's like fire, right? Like fire can be like very wild and destructive, or it could be, you can concentrate it and turn it into like a laser, right? Like that's the discipline. I think that's the next level of passion is when you turn it into a laser. I think that is very rare amongst people.
I guess it's perspective, but I think I see your perspective from that, and I can see it. Because you're not the first person who said that. JDK said that that's one of my talent, but I told him that that's crazy. I don't think that's talent. I think it's just a product of my passion. So it looked like I'm quite obsessed on what I wanted to do, whatever it is. It could be like whatever the time I wanted to have a good stream, right? That time I wanted to do I wanted to play this game, or I want to play this game, or I want to win this one.
Mhm.
Kind of like that. So I'm passionate towards that, and then naturally, with my personality, I would just do whatever it takes to accomplish that. Like kind of like that. But
that makes sense.
So to me, it's just a product of whatever I'm doing, I think.
That makes sense.
But there's the drawback is like if I'm not passionate about something, I don't give a fuck.
That's how I am. I'm
That's
a
the
very
problem.
like
That's the problem.
I'm 100% in or 0. There's no like 90, no 80, no 20. It's like completely in or I'm not. That's it.
Yeah.
Foot on the gas.
It's like I'm like all or nothing when it comes to if I really wanted to do something. I don't half-ass anything. But so if I'm gonna do something, I gotta make sure I do it right. Basically.
Word.
So yeah. The same thing with my coaching. I don't really wanna take more unless I can take more.
That makes sense.
But I want to make sure that it has to be good,
Yeah, because you don't want your quality to suffer. Because your quality, it's a reflection of you, right? Like your contributions, either as a competitor, a content creator, as a teacher, streamer, whatever. Like you don't want to do any of that half-ass because it's an extension of Fchamp's image. So people see you, oh man, Fchamp didn't really do a great job at this. Then it's gonna reflect on you, right? Yeah, so that makes perfect sense.
Definitely.
That makes sense why you go so hard in everything that you do. That makes a lot of sense.
Like I had different goals. Like with my first year playing again, because like last time I played was like what 2018. I played like what 2020. I played like Marvel tournament, a couple of them.
Yeah.
Then I streamed like 2021, but I didn't really play tournaments. You guys, I can play. I didn't play. Like then I didn't play at all until 2021, 2022. Didn't bother. In 2023, Street Fighter 6 happened. Okay. My goal was just to get back into my fighting form. And my goal there was not really like try to go to tournaments or anything like that. I wanted to just play and have fun to find if I still love it. Well, guess what? I still do. So
that's awesome.
So I found it
glad.
late, but then that was my goal. But when I started playing fighting games again, it made me very happy. That it wasn't like I was sad or anything. I think I had an amazing life. It's just that I never thought that it would fill a void. You know, like I didn't know that I was actually that I needed in a way. So when I started playing again, it's like shit. This is fucking insane. I forgot about this. This is good. So I never even want to like just like play in a tournament before because I felt that I'm just gonna go crazy. So what happened is if I go to a tournament, let's say I'm not talking like the bigger tournaments. I'm talking like just any tournament, right? And then I look like I wasn't prepared. Like up here in my head, like sure I can always play, but I felt like I could not play my best at that time because I'm like ring rust, whatever the fuck you want to call it, in a way. And I felt like, oh my god, am I gonna be nervous if I play? Then the moment I start playing those tournaments, whatever, I didn't even get nervous. If I really was just like riding a bike, so I snap out of that thing because there's gonna be doubts, right? If you haven't done it for so long, you're gonna have some doubts, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, maybe I've gotten dumber or some shit, you know. And then like you're gonna have doubts like that. So it's like I had to cross them out first before I start like doing that because the last thing I wanted to do is like go to do something and like bro, I just half-assed this. I just entered this tournament not prepared, bro. I can't even do that. But yeah.
So we see. Back to the CPT, right? So we see Hamad gets in there with Honda. He gets top 8. Okay, and then he's amongst a flood of top tier characters and whatnot. Zen, I thought honestly was gonna get into top 3. I'm a little surprised he got 4th. I mean, it's not that big of a drop off, but just considering how Zen stormed onto the scene at LCQ, dominated LCQ, and got all the way up to 2nd place at Capcom Cup. Is
different game.
That is
different game.
But but it's the player though, right? It's like the capacity, like you were talking about. They're capable.
The there.
Yes, you know. Sure. So I kind of was.
You're a new player.
Yeah.
So he's a young player, right? He's a young player. He's not gonna be able to adapt immediately on a new game because the legacy skill transfer is not natural yet. Because this is his 2nd game.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right, so with him, that's why he's gonna have a slower start. See, look, Zhen hasn't really done that well in Street Fighter 6, right? But he's really strong. We know that. Nobody can disrespect that. We know he's real as hell, right? But he ain't like he ain't doing damage. You know what I'm saying? Or be expecting that. Mind you, he played JP, then he played DJ. Okay, he wasn't doing damage even when he was in Asia. He wasn't doing damage to what we expect. But he's obviously pro level.
Yeah.
Right. Like he going to the CPT Midwest. I'm expecting him to get top 3 minimum. For sure, he can lose to Dual Kevin and Jack. They're both world class for sure. Like, you know, I can't see like he's just gonna smoke him. But I do think he will be favored against Jack by a little bit. But Jack beating him is not a surprise at all because he's world class, you know. So it makes sense. Sometimes you're gonna lose. But then who did he lose to in losers?
I'll tell you right now. Actually, let's see the battle log. So Zen lost to Joe May Rogan 3-1. DJ Luke. I heard that matchup is hard for DJ. I don't know how that goes.
Yeah, it is hard by a bit actually. The way it is, it's hard. That's like one of the few matchups that DJ struggles. When I say struggle, is like might have to play a little bit different than usual.
Okay.
Okay, it's not necessarily a hard matchup because CZ is very strong. But but then you see like Bon Chan beating Fudo, quite dominant in Street Fighter League, Japan in the finals. So their counter pick to Fudo was Bon Chan. Then Bon Chan beat him 3-0 as well in the end. Again. Yeah, so really dominant. And Fudo plays that matchup a lot as well.
I didn't watch that yet, so because I know I was originally gonna try to watch it live, but it was like way too late, like or early in the morning. So I was like, I'll just catch the replay, and I just forgot that the replay got uploaded. So
yeah, I can watch all of those games. Like that one, you just know that it's been the trend. It's like it's usually there's like if the JP players are playing, they're gonna be cooking. But then Kaku's not entering tournaments. He's the JP god, right?
Yeah.
He's not entering tournaments like that, you know, those ones, right? So he's chilling. But then you got a few other JP pros, and then you got a bunch of Lukes, and then you got like 4 Chun-Lis that are super strong, right? Which is like Sako, Moke, Go1, and the other one, right? Then you got a bunch of Kens and a bunch of DJs, primarily Yamaguchi and Fudo, and they would just clash. Whoever just wins that day. It's basically like that.
Yeah.
It's like if you notice, like it's never the same winner. In Japan, every tournament is never the same.
Yeah, the closest to that was Fudo's little like 3 tournament streak, right? Like that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, he won the World Warrior, but he won the World Warrior finals, right? Okay. Yeah. It was a DJ Grand Finals too. So that's when they have unlocked they updated the meta on how to play DJ better. So that's when the Asia DJs were starting playing DJ differently. When they started doing more sways on the minus frames, knowing when to take turn with the jump knee. You know what I mean? All these crazy stuff that they're doing. So when they update the meta, so that's when the DJ players start taking it. You know, Hot Dog, and you know, like those guys, like the 6 DJs in Asia. Yeah, really strong.
So Joe beats Jack in losers finals and runs into Safe. So Safe, I think, is an under the radar player for like, from what I was seeing in the chat. But I've known Safe for years, and Safe is he's a OG Third Strike player, and he's pretty sound. Like he's not a he's not like a super fundamental player, but he is just well rounded in so many different. He's a dynamic player. Like that's a player I think of when I think of dynamic, because the way he used to play Urian in 5, he just looked so different from the other Urians in NA.
I think he played good. I think he played quite unique actually, but I like how he won that. You know, the way he played it was pretty good, pretty clean.
So I wasn't surprised that he won, because just talking to him, I talk to him pretty often, and just leading up to it, we were talking about like, you know, the meta and stuff like that, and I wasn't surprised he won. I was hoping that he would win or Hamad. Those are like my 2 favorites.
Ain't winning, unfortunately.
Yeah, you know, but yeah, with Honda, right?
We want him to win because he's our friend.
Yeah, for sure.
Honda ain't winning.
Yeah, especially amongst all of that. That was tragic. Yeah. But so yeah, Safe was like my personal pick. So when he won, it was pretty cool. I mean, Dual Kevin already qualified, so I didn't have to root for him. You know, and Joe also, which I think this was the only tournament I think where 2 players that already qualified were in the bracket. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Because that didn't happen in any of the other regions. But because they mixed the Midwest with Canada, it allowed this to happen. Yeah, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. But, you know what's crazy is that technically the Midwest region has 3 spots, right? Because you mix in the Canada Midwest, whatever, to the Midwest. They have 3 spots total, right? Because they have the World Warrior in that one, World Warrior in the Midwest, and then they have the CPT Midwest, right? That's 3 spots, right? Because you got Safe, you got Dual Kevin, and you got Joe Mirogan, right?
Well, Joe is Canada though. He's not Midwest.
No, but like I'm talking like that region within the CPT. I'm not talking the region when it comes to USA, but you know I'm talking about like the one that's eligible to compete within that quote unquote CPT Midwest. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't understand because they're not the same tournament. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand. Yeah. But like what I mean is that the fact that he's eligible to compete in that one, that's still the region. Why was he allowed to enter? That means he's eligible.
Yeah, because they mixed it. That shit is weird, bro. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, he got 3 chances. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That's all I mean. Okay, in the fine line, it says very clear. These are the areas that can compete in this tournament, right? Right? Fine line. Okay, that area is allowed, so he can enter for sure. Nobody's salty about that. That's 3 spots basically, bro. Japan got 2, bro.
Well, I mean, it's still technically 2 because it's World Warrior CPT Premier. But I understand what you're saying. Your math ain't mathing, but I get what you're saying.
Mind you, you want that region supposed to have that many spots, right? Like Midwest. Midwest is pretty strong. Plus, they also added the Canada, so that spots should make sense. But CPT, NA East should have more spots.
Yeah, I wish, but
you have to add also Puerto Rico, that region as well, and then like it's like quite okay. I'm being biased because there's a lot of stronger players there, so they should have more spots basically. Okay, so basically Japan should have more spots. Japan should have fucking 6 or 8. I'm sorry, but
honestly, I wouldn't be mad at them having at least 6.
Yeah, but they should not remove spots from the other regions that's not as strong as Japan because there's strong players in those regions. You shouldn't remove them. You should keep them spots there because you want that to be a global game. But then Japan should have more spots because I feel like they're getting punished for being good.
Yeah, I think that they could could solve that with the circuit next year by just having an offline point system. So you incentivize people to travel, incentivizes people to go to the events and support the events, right? These legacy tournaments and whatnot. And then at the same time, you'll see the best players consistently in Capcom Cup. You don't have this weird situation where Punk is not in it. You don't see Zaf in it. You know what I'm saying? Cough, cough. It just makes more sense that way. Hopefully they fix it though.
Yeah, they should just make it like. This is the first year, so obviously they didn't know how it was gonna turn out. So that's okay. But they should just keep all the World Warrior the same, and just add more offline events, right? A few, but then all the CPT whatever, let's say CPT Midwest, CPT East, right? Whatever the official premier of those, every player should be able to enter that, but they have to just fly to that region. So that makes it like better, and then makes that point system as well.
That makes sense.
Like if you're really about it, go fly to that region if you want to play online in that one. At least you didn't take the spot from the locals to play the World Warrior, because the pros are not going to qualify for World Warrior anymore. They're going to qualify from all those CPT events because they're going to fly through that. They're just going to get points.
Right.
They're not going to be, and then when you're qualified already, whatever, quote unquote, you can't really enter. Even if you enter the World Warrior, the spot will go to the person in the local anyways.
Right.
So that's great. Great. You didn't hurt the local scene, which we don't want that.
Hopefully there's like at least 6 premier events next year. Like obviously the usual suspects, Evo, LCQ, and
LCQ.
then like Capcom Cup LCQ,
Oh yeah, yeah.
right?
Okay.
So that,
Oh,
and
okay,
then
okay.
like maybe somewhere, I would hope CEO.
Singapore is
Yeah,
CEO for
I would
sure.
hope Singapore again. CEO combo breaker, that would be 5, and then I don't know, maybe something in Europe. Something else
Yeah.
in
UFA.
that would be
The
pretty cool.
UFA and
Mm.
right?
Yeah,
UFA.
yeah, yeah, that was, man.
Yeah, for
Don't even get me
sure.
started on that, bro. That didn't
That
make any
one,
sense.
and you do the one in Dominican Republic, the Blink.
Oh yeah, that would be
Great
amazing.
tournament.
That would be amazing.
That there. Okay, do one in Korea as well.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Do one in like China.
Yeah, why not?
Done.
I want to go to all these places.
Covered everything. Damn near.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick. Yeah, you get a
That's low cost for Capcom too, because they don't even have to put the dime on that one, because the event organizer usually puts all the funds in anyways, and then Capcom gets the profit sharing for the stream revenue anyways. So but so it's no cost for Capcom basically, but they just gotta approve which event is like basically qualified for that.
They don't help them with anything at all. Like not like they don't give any. Damn, that's actually surprising. Shit.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but then like because the event is not only a Capcom event, it's event for other games as well. So they would do kind of like, let's say for instance, final round, right? Capcom is there to bring the casters. They pay the casters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then they give some prize pool, right? That's enough for the players in all over the world to go, because there's like a prize pool and there's a CPT umbrella on top of it, right?
Right.
So that gives the tournament a lot of promotion already. That X amount of pros are going. That then that can be promoted now to the locals or to whoever that region. So it becomes a bigger event or automatic, anyways.
Yeah,
so that's okay.
Yeah, remember when Daigo went to ECT? That was like that was like an event, bro. It was like Daigo's on the East Coast. What? Yeah.
Big deal. Yeah,
that was crazy. That was insane, man. What a time. So, all right. So next topic, let's talk about this this little controversy that's been going on with our Bangladesh qualifier. I don't remember his name. You know his name? It's like Sid something or something like that.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Let me see.
It's this guy. Let me read it right here.
Cianic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cianic.
Okay. Cianic. Okay. Yeah. So
I got you in that.
He qualifies. He does everything he needs to do. But unfortunately, with the whole visa process of entering the US, it's not guaranteed. It's not easy. Even at like, you think even at like bare minimum, you'd get some sort of, ease of access, I guess, with like Capcom's help or stuff like that, right? But no, that's not how it works. We've seen over the years, Crossover qualified in 2017, the year Mena won, and he didn't even get to come because he didn't get a visa in time. Or they actually denied his visa. They didn't even. It's not even that he didn't get it in time. They denied it. Right, so this is something that happens. This is a natural occurring thing.
All the time.
Yeah, this is
the Brazilian players.
Capcom
Cup 2016, 15, 17. They couldn't come, right? So they had to have a backup that who can come. So you even got to like the third place.
Wow.
That one that had a visa, right?
Wow.
Like so that's normal. That happens all the time. But I can see the salt coming from that guy because he's probably not that. It's probably his first tournament,
Yeah.
So I got a backstory of that one too. So that that player, right? He qualified from Asia South, right? What the fuck is Asia South? I was looking at that. It's like, so that region is like nobody in that motherfucking bitch. Okay, nobody.
Really?
Nobody, bro. Yes. So he qualifies for sure. Indonesia, Bangladesh, kind of like that area, right? Okay, nobody that we know of. Okay, at least. So this dude qualifies, right? And then he didn't get approved by the visa, which happens quite often because it's a 50-50. That's a 50-50, I swear. Like a lot of people don't get approved. Even Arslan Ash didn't get approved the first time, right? So he had to apply for the second time, and then Sherry was able to help Arslan Ash to get the visa. Then Arslan was able to go to the United States. One of the Tekken guys, AK as well, couldn't get a visa for 3-4 years, but finally got it. That's why he was able to go to LCQ Tekken finals. Okay, so that happens a lot. But but he got really salty. He sent us some nasty emails out there, right? But you know what? This dude came to my chat and saying, "I want you to use your voice, say this. This is unfair, yada yada." This guy is bitching about. Like, that's not really Capcom's fault. You know, that's not Capcom's fault, right? Like, Capcom hosts a tournament. You have an invite to attend. Okay, you don't have a visa. You were invited still, but you can't attend. You can't go to the country. So what do you want me to do? Yeah. So.
But the thing is, he got it. He got it though. He did get it. He just late already. He missed the deadline. Right. Yes. And so I understand his frustration because just to put some perspective on it, we don't know what his living conditions are like, right? We don't know what his opportunities are like on the daily. Like, this is something that could potentially change your life. Look at what winning Capcom Cup did for Mena. And not only Mena, for the rest of his country. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, like, things like that, like, there's so much pressure. Yeah, it's a big deal. Like, it's easy for somebody, like, in my shoes to just be like, oh, well, yeah, you know, it's just the way it works, right? Because I'm privileged, right? But when I think about his perspective, I'm like, I understand. I would be super frustrated too, because it's you never know what he's living on the other side of that screen. You know what I'm saying? And for him to come here, and mind you, just showing up to Capcom Cup, you get paid, right? There's a minimum, right, for qualifying, I'm assuming.
I don't know exactly how much the minimum, but there is a minimum if you attend for sure.
Yeah.
But they give you like food money and stuff as well, but it's there. But you know, a few $100 for food, and then they give you like the price for being part of the finalists, right?
Yeah.
They give you $1,000 maybe, if that. But representing your area is a big deal because that gives promotion to your area, and then you know that kind of propels your area to put that area in the map, right? Yep. So now some sponsors in that area now will see, oh shit, we have a player from our region. We should probably host an event then. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a chain reaction. So I understand that, but like that's that rule. It's not the only one who had to suffer from that. That's the standard. That's been happening since 2016 or 15. That's normal. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not the first time it's happened. So it's like, I know he feels that way, but that's just, you didn't get the visa on time. You're supposed to get it ahead of time.
But it sucks though, because he followed the protocol that they recommended, even though it was not the optimal process.
Yeah.
Right? Because they asked him to get a P1 visa. I'm not too hip to the terminology, but instead of getting a tourist visa, which he would have gotten a lot sooner, they recommended he do this other visa, which either one of them would have worked, but the process took longer. I don't know, but it just seems unfortunate that he got punished for following directions.
Because if he would have placed higher and he got a tourist visa, obviously he's a tourist visa, you're gonna put like what? It's not business, right? It's pleasure and family, you know what I mean? Like whatever. Like, tourism, right? So if you win, you have to get taxed. So so there's gonna be some weird stuff there. That means you went there for some sole purpose or some potential competition or money or whatever. So it's gonna be weird in the visa application already. So you can't lie. Well, why are you going there? You're gonna show your invite that, oh, I'm going to this event because of this. I got invited to go to Capcom Cup, which is the biggest tournament for this game. Okay, it has over $2 million of prize pool, whatever, right? Okay, so you're automatically not gonna get approved as a tourist visa there, for sure. Or if that's your reasoning, if you present that, sure. If you lie, I want to go there and see Disneyland. That might work out. Okay, sure, that might work out.
I want to see Mickey Mouse.
Right, right. That might work out, and then you just randomly go to Capcom Cup for sure. Yeah. Oh, I won $1 million anyways. Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, that makes sense. But I mean, you didn't go about it the right way. I know emotions blind people, but you can't leak that information, man. All those people's personal numbers and stuff like that. Remember, guys, whenever you get frustrated, attain some distance. Just take a step back, or at the very least, what would you tell somebody you care about if they were in your shoes? Because that's how you get outside of your emotions. Because if you just react right away, you're likely going to do something that you regret. It happens.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's nothing. There's nothing really like at that point. Like that, you're fucked. You're fucked. I would tell him like, if it was my friend, bro, you're fucked. He's not the first one. I know
Yeah.
it sucks. I want you to go, but you're fucked. Nothing you can do about it. You missed the deadline. That's how there's a deadline for, because they have to prepare all these things for that. All these things, the booking, all the fucking overlay stuff, the story, the camera stuff. That's gonna talk about the backstory of every player. You know what I mean? The media, all this. You know what I mean? So they need to get everything right. You need to get all of that right. The seating, preparing all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like all of that. So that's why they have a lot of time for that to prepare for the whole event.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just we fly you out, you can play. It's like all of the nuance in the background and the machinery of promotion and marketing and blah blah blah. Yeah,
it is a tournament, but at the end of the day, it's a show. It's a show first. To be honest, like the reason why they're able to do that because the game sold a lot, but then also they have a lot of sponsors for that game, and also they're promoting the game for further sales for all the DLCs in the future, right? So there's a business, there's a show, and that show like basically motivates players to keep on playing the game. And those players that are pretty good in the game will have a following, and so influences kind of like that. But you know, it's a show.
Keep the money machine flowing. Yeah, for sure. It's all business first.
It's the business of the show, but from a player standpoint, I don't give a fuck about the show. I want to win, right? That's what the player's mindset. That makes sense as well. I respect both perspectives.
Yeah, but people got to remember it's like that even with like bigger sporting organizations, NBA, NFL, MLB, right? Football, soccer, right? Like they're a business first. I know, you put your passion on your team or on your player and things like that, but at the end of the day, it's all about what is going to bring in the dollars. That's why they make changes and they introduce, changes in rules and stuff like that, or they design games a certain way, because that way it can get more of an influx of players. That's why modern is a thing, right? Modern and dynamic mode is, they want more people,
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like you see how much modern players are left in the pro scene. There are very few of them left. Compared when the game first started. It's a lot less now. Right. Is modern weak? No. But it has advantages, but it also has disadvantages. So that's why some of the players that's playing modern before they switched to classic, like Shuto, Itazan, only a few is left. Right. So
yeah,
it's definitely viable, but
All right, so now let's transition into our Q&As. So we can start off with some of the Discord ones, and then we can go into the Twitter ones. All right, so let's see. Pop this up real quick over here. All right, so let's see. First question. From y'all's time of playing, emphasis on y'all's, whom would you consider as your greatest rival? Pushed your playing to the next level, and if you could go back in time with your knowledge right now, who do y'all want to fight in their prime? This is from Meek. You can go ahead, champ.
I was looking at your shared screen, but it wasn't there. So
I got you.
Never mind. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Wait, can you hear me, right? Okay,
yeah.
Good. I am digging the Discord. A second. Okay. All right, I got it. So, who you want to answer? You want to answer that first?
I can go first. I don't mind. My greatest rival. Who was my greatest rival? I don't know about greatest, but I could tell you my funnest rival was Smug. Smug always Smug always used to push me to be great, and he would also give me advice, and I would give him advice when we would beat each other. So it was like a super healthy rivalry. So I definitely think of Smug, and then my good friend Kevin Tech, who's local. He helped me tremendously. We're actually from the same country, same city, and that's like my brother. And he's like a very talented player. He's good at any game he picks up, and he has the mind He's just very analytical and breaks things down to a science, and he's helped me a lot with like perspective and just expanding, you know, as a player and not just getting like boxed into one style of play. He's always challenged my thinking and stuff like that. So I'd say those two are like my greatest like rivals, not in a sense of like I hate them or anything like that, but just because of how much they've contributed to my growth. I'd say it's Smug and Kevin Tech for sure. Yeah, definitely. And then who I'd want to fight in their prime, who would I want to fight in their prime? Shit, I don't know, because my prime is like changing. I mean,
that means
right, it's
that
like
means they're not your rival,
like what,
right? Because
what do you mean they're not my rival?
if you, because who do you want to fight? You said it's like fight them in their prime, right?
Yeah, if you could go back in time and fight somebody with what you know now, like who would you want to fight?
Do they have to be do they have to qualify as a rival? Because you can't have them as a rival if you've never played them before, right?
Yeah, no, it could be anybody. They're saying like any. This is a separate question. He's saying anybody.
Oh, it's a separate question. I see.
So I don't know who would I want to fight in their prime. Honestly, if I knew what I knew now, I would like to fight you in Street Fighter 4.
Oh, okay.
Just because, just because I used to watch you a lot.
So when I was the #1 player.
Yeah, when you were like on your shit, destroying motherfuckers. I would love to play you back then. What? With what I know now, I feel like that shit would be so epic.
Okay, let me answer this. Let me start with that question then. First.
Okay.
Who do I would like to fight if whatever I know now, dude? I swear to God, if I go back in time, I would go back like maybe I will go back to Super Turbo.
Okay.
So I can wash everybody, right? Because I mean, my knowledge of fighting games is so vast. Motherfuckers back then are like hiding secrets how to do fucking SPD. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The fuck? I know all the frame data already in my head. So I go that bitch. I will win every single tournament, every 2D game.
They think you're from the future. They'd be like, this guy is from the future, man.
So nobody is gonna be in their prime because everybody's gonna be bums versus me, right? You know what I mean? Right. So nobody. I don't care if they're. It doesn't matter who they are, right?
Yeah.
So you go back in time. Fuck, bro. That should be destruction. The amount of knowledge that I know now, if I go back in time, it would be lights out too.
But the thing is
all the OSs and stuff.
But part of why you compete is like the challenge, though, right? Wouldn't it be so fucking easy that you'd be like, man, this shit sucks?
That's not your fault for being better. It's not like I picked an easy opponent. I went there to beat everybody, though. Like it's not like I'm picking bums, but they're gonna feel like bums though.
Bro.
They'll fight them for sure. But this is why you don't really compare eras that way, because they were great at that time for the contemporaries. They were absolutely great, you know. So I respect that for sure. But like I'm saying, during that time, there was no knowledge of anything. There was no frame dead, nothing. Nobody knew what the fuck is supposed to be. The answers are not solved yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody's mashing, fucking doing these things, bro. Like you know, like but
jump roundhouse sweep was the ultimate combo.
Huh?
Jump roundhouse into sweep, right? Yeah, that's the best combo, bro. That was the combo.
Yeah, but okay, greatest rival. I think I have like 4.
Okay.
I think so like, see, most people would think that it will be Justin Wong.
That's what I thought, honestly.
Justin Wong in every game, okay? And we have exchanged battles in Marvel 3, of course, many. We played in Cross Second a few times. We played even like KI. We played in MKX. We played a lot of Street Fighter 4. Yeah. In Street Fighter 5, then 6 you even played. So like obviously, but so yes, he is a rival, but I consider him mostly a big brother. Justin Wong's my inspiration. He is the person that I looked up to. He's like a big bro to me. Until now, I still talk to him. He's somebody I look up to. I swear. So that ever a time that to feel like that feeling of like, look, remember when he did the Akuma Super and then he took that win for me for Evo? I could have won 2 Evos already, right? I hugged him after. I said, "Good luck in the tournament." This is Justin Wong. That's how much love and respect I have for that man. To that crushing defeat. You understand? Like, I wouldn't think I could do that with anybody else. I'd be like, "Fuck you, motherfucker! You got, you know what I'm saying?"
Yeah.
But it's Jay Wong, bro. I love Jay Wong, man. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So it's I don't like that. So obviously Chris G is the same way with Justin. We played in all these games across different titles, right? And then I became really close to Chris. So and then obviously Daigo. across all my Street Fighter. I played with Daigo almost every Street Fighter that I played, and yeah, we had some amazing battles. I went to his country. We played in every tournament, damn near. We money match, and then it got to the point there was respect already, bro. At 2010, I was still like sort of like rookie-ish, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He was inviting me to his hotel room.
Wow.
I go in there and we just fucking start playing. You understand?
Wow.
Then I can invite him to my hotel room, and then we fucking start playing. Okay, that's how much we've been playing each other. And then when we go to when I go to Japan, I still play him. Play SF5, we play SF6. So it's pretty cool. So I guess him, and then lastly I would say Takedo, because we had amazing battles even in Marvel. He even beat me in Marvel in one tournament. Canada Cup. Yeah, he beat me in Marvel. Yeah, he was really good. I swear. That was the first and last time that he ever got that shit. But like I'm saying, but he did beat me.
Yeah.
Okay. But then Street Fighter 4, we went even, and then 5, we had amazing battles. It was even my training partner at one point, and then so we went really close to even. I eliminated him in a lot of tournaments. He eliminated me at Evo, a fucking popular match that we had at Evo stage, right? Street Fighter 6, we played like one time, But yeah, so we had amazing sets. So those 4, I would say. So don't really consider KBR as my rival, even though some people might think so. But it's not a rival if you guys played each other maybe 15 or 20 times for 7 years, and he only got 1. That's not a rival.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like that's different. So it's like there needs to be like some back and forth for that to be a rival.
That makes sense.
Okay, so yeah.
So if you and Nemo played more in different titles, would you have him up there? Or did you punk Nemo too much?
Yeah, I think Nemo, we only played in Marvel 3 like hardcore like that, right? We had the real rivalry there, but they became respect. And then we became kind of like buddies. So then we played in SF5. We played SF4 as well, actually. We also played Marvel MVCI in a bar. Yeah, with beers and shit. Like, yeah, we were really cool. And then we played 6. But yeah, so I had a lot of battles with different people for sure. Like, I won't put him in that category of the rival yet. But it's somebody that I had amazing battles with for sure.
For sure.
Because he's the same tier as like the battles that I've had with Pierre Barrog. Right. Like, it's really like competitive, battles, same with Combo Fiend, kind of like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Word. All right, so next question from Adrian. He asks, let's see. He asks, what are the steps to adapting to your opponent in game? Champ, I'll let you take that away.
Hold on. I'm answering this question here. The questions are was asked about last couple of days, and also was asked on Twitter earlier. GG. Okay, so what was the question here again? What are the steps to adapting to your opponent in game?
Yep.
Oh, this is very vague. So there's many ways to do it depending on the level, but they say let's just make it like straightforward. So there's like an illusion that a pro can make you feel that he adapted, and then you just got obliterated and you feel like you got downloaded. That feeling happens. Okay. But then let's say if I somehow made somebody feel that way, or the game looked like it was a landslide. They say I lose like a few games and then it was a landslide, download complete the other way, right? So that's what people say, like, oh, he adapted super well, right? Sure, there's levels to that. But then the way I would do it in general is, let's say I have a base template of my strategy that I would do, and then I'm only gonna do subtle changes, but I already know the branches I'm supposed to do. Basically, so it's like A, B, C, D. I'm just gonna change this branch towards this, which creates this path. I already know this will happen. This. I change this, and so on. Okay, so it's already predetermined counter to whatever you're gonna do after I see what you did at the first move. If that makes sense. So I'm not necessarily adapting improv. It's basically already programmed answers.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so how to do that is a lot of studying, right? A lot of studying, understanding all the branches that leads into something, right? But then you also need to have the improv adaptation skills, right? You need to have that for sure in a tournament. Those weird scenarios that happens, you need to have that. And that's just through experience. That's you adapting to your opponent's style that time on the whim. You got to use more heart, right? That one is just through straight experience and being aware to what's causing that situation when you feel like you're getting overwhelmed or you're getting flustered, right? Like you need to understand where that feeling is coming from. And then within that situation, you need to have an answer that only works for you. It could be anything. It could be like, oh my God, every time I feel like I'm almost at the corner or I'm low in meter and this opponent might jump, I'm overthinking about the jump too much. And then now you're not checking all the other stuff, right? So you need to fix or being able to organize your thoughts is basically that way to fix that.
Yeah.
But the other way is like being prepared to everything else. So when I say, oh, I'm just going to switch gears then. I'm just going to click play now. Play. Okay. Oh, he's playing this way. Cool. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna go skip to the next track. Play, and then it automatically beats that guy, right? So, but see that one, it didn't come natural. I already studied that. This is what will beat this, right? Then there's another way to do it. Is like you can play your game the same exact way and only pinpoint the entry points of your opponent. So say entry points would be like, okay, this guy likes to drive rush at this situation after this situation. Let's say after I anti-air him, I press a button, he likes to drive rush here. Yeah. Okay. If I throws a fireball at this range, he likes to drive rush there. Let me lab that out, right? So figuring out those spots, your the entry points. Then you have those entry points, have answers for those. So when those entry points happen, which leads to the most damage that you receive usually, you eliminate that or you cut that in half, you already have a higher win rate. You basically got better instantly. So yeah, so that fixes that automatically.
So I'll add to this. I love what you said about like you have to study. Like you can't skip the work. A lot of people just kind of want. Not saying he wants this, but I'm just saying like people will want a solution without putting in the work to actually be able to apply the solution. Right? You gotta do the work. You have to watch your replays. You have to suffer from the pain of seeing yourself play like a jackass. That's the only way you're gonna get better. You can't skip it. You know, you can't just ask people, hey, what should I do? Like you gotta go actually do it yourself so that you can get that image in your mind of what you need to be improving on, seeing what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and things of that nature. The second thing is, in my opinion, fighting games nowadays, because of how like oppressive they can be, how much damage can be dished out, and then you have drive gauge at the start of a round. I think you need to adapt to your opponent inside of your strategy. Do not adapt to their strategy. If a matchup is in the opposing character's favor, it's different because obviously there's a reason why you have to focus on them first, because something about their character's design naturally forces you to deal with them first. But if it's like a even matchup or a matchup that's in your favor, I think you need to focus on your character and then focus on their adjustments within your universe. Because if it's like a numbers thing, right? It's probability. If I play Fchamp's game 10,000 times, he's going to smoke me a majority of the time because you have way more reps playing your game, your tempo, your rhythm, your intensity than I do. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Eventually I might adapt, but you're still going to smoke me because it's your universe. But I want to I want to pull you into my universe, and then that's where I'm going to have the probabilities favor me. So I think that's the thing about adaptations that people need to realize is it's not like a set thing. It's not, every game it's the same. You have to adjust how you adapt based off of the game. Like, what does it naturally permit? You know? Yeah. A slower game, you can be more.
I like how you said that. I like how you said that because that goes into a different kind of mindset too. Because that's like the imposing your will. You got to play within your strengths. You gotta play to what you're good at. Okay, and stop trying to like dance around where he's better than you at, right? Basically. Okay, there was a point in time like that nobody wanted to play footsies with Punk anymore. Okay, at Street Fighter 5, guys, nobody. That Reign of Terror, everybody was trying to avoid that range already. Everybody gave up on that range already, but because you have a better chance avoiding that. Like that, you just avoid that and play all the other areas in the game because there's a lot of Street Fighter right? There's a lot of
Yeah.
Street Fighter
Yeah.
left in the stage, right? That you can do. Okay, you can just you try to do your best to. You're not gonna fully avoid it, but you can like minimize the time that you spend in that area where
Mhm.
it's in his favor. So yeah,
That's a
that
good
makes
point.
more sense.
Mm.
Yeah, because you got to play within your strengths.
Right.
Yeah. So
Well said.
I
Well
like
said.
that. I like that.
Ooh, all right. So let's see. Is it from Sherm? Is it possible to create one general game plan, or does every matchup require a different one? That's an interesting question. I think it kind of goes back to what we said, right? Similar, in a similar way.
It's okay. So you can have a same game plan across all matchups. Same game plan. Okay. But that same game plan is what you call a template. Okay. Basically, you say, all right, I'm going to play, let's say you're not going to be aggressive. You're not going to be passive. Okay. I didn't say, mind you, I didn't say defensive. Okay. Because you have to be defensive even when you're aggressive. So I'm just saying passive when you're like chilling. Okay. Okay. Then you're like super aggressive, right? But then you say your template is like somewhere in the middle. So you're somewhere in the middle, you stay there and you do your strategy. So that strategy that you just stay there in the middle, mid screen, and you're not as aggressive, you're also not as passive. You take your turns, like you're thinking correctly, whatever. You can play that across every matchup, right? Playing reactive, for instance. If you play reactive, you can play that matchup across every matchup, right? All you need to do is make subtle changes now. Oh, against Ken, I can't do this, but I can do this against Ryu then. Against Ken, I may just need, maybe I can't use crouching medium kick then because his crouching medium kick is better than mine. So instead, I'm just going to press standing short. But you're still playing the same template, basically, of that, right? So you can, for sure. You can. Depending on the character. But yeah, most characters, you can play the same strategy. Example. Okay. This is no disrespect to the DJs or the Luke players, okay? But just no. But if you notice, their game plan is essentially the same across every single matchup, except for maybe one or two. But it's the same, right? Same game plan. The general strategy is the same. They don't even have to worry about matchup knowledge at times, right? So, yeah, but yeah, so yeah. So if you have to answer the question, for sure, you don't need to be that extensive when it comes to having a different game plan. But what you need to know is specifics about every matchup, what you can't do, or what you should do less, and what you should do more of. That's about it.
Word. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Next, we got Dominion, who says, oh, thank you for the sub, Chuck. I appreciate it. So Dominion says, in general, how do you develop Yomi, or as it's defined by FG Glossary, to read your opponent's intentions and counter them? Specific to me, how do you play RPS actively instead of being a spectator while defending? Part of it is how to keep focus while defending. Thank you for the education you both bring.
Pretty straightforward. So people always, I think, how do I open him up? He always texts. He always does this. Every time I do this, he does this. Okay. Well, just know that when you knock somebody down, they have X amount of defensive options, and you also have X amount of offense, right? Of Oki stuff. You have X amount. So if you feel like you're always wrong, that means you're not picking up on the stuff that they're doing, and you don't necessarily have or know the counter to beat their options. So that's also part of adapting as well. Like if you keep grabbing them with the same frame grab every single time, and they keep teching, let's add some shimmy now. You're not that aware. Basically, your Oki is so autopilot. I'm telling you. So you need to have Oki, your offense Oki needs to be the same thing as your defense. It should be very fluid. It should not be predictable because it's supposed to be a mix-up as well. Like you had, like I mentioned before, I made a video about that. I only listed 10 defensive options, but in the offense, you also have that same exact thing. It's like, which is the counterpart of that. So if you imagine if you get really good with the defense, right, you get really good with the offense as well, because you would understand what would hit him based on his reaction on how he defended your first attempt. Right? It's like so actually paying attention to the detail, like, oh wow, he jabbed there. Okay. Next time I'm gonna do this then. I'm gonna do a delay button then. Oh, next time I'm gonna do a backdash to bait that shimmy instead. So just in case, to bait that throw tech, just in case he jumps, also I can AA. So it covers two options.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, say I do jab and then I backdash, right?
Yeah.
I press jab and then I backdash instantly. Okay. So obviously, if he takes a grab, you punish, right? But then you also cover if he jumps, right? Which you anti-air. And then if he DPs, you're good because you're backdash, right?
Right.
Some backdashes, some DPs, but you get the point. So that covers three already. So like going for some offense or Oki that beats multiple options than just one is great. So you just gotta cycle them better and paying attention to those little things. Because if they kept guessing right, it's not necessarily them guessing right. You are just predictable and you are autopilot with your offense. That's it. It's really how it is.
Yeah.
It's straightforward. It's like, what do you mean? Oh, every time I frame trap, he's blocking. Okay. Every time I try to grab him, he texts. Okay. Those are the only two things you're doing. How about have you tried to do the delay frame trap? That beats both of those. That beats both.
Right.
It beats both, right?
Yeah, being multifaceted is having things that cover multiple options simplifies your interactions.
Right. Yeah. How would you stagger jab, short jabs? Those staggers will beat both, right? Now you have to worry about parry. Oh, how about if he parries? Well, that was not introduced earlier, but now if you do a parry, then now you can grab more grabs. He's not attacking if he's parrying, right?
Right.
That already made it fucked already for him. So so it's like that, knowing the options. And most of the time, most players don't even lab all those options as well.
Right.
They don't even do that.
Bro,
right?
I was gonna just say, Ryan, people on defense don't have the same decisiveness and intention like they do on offense. Because it's a lot easier to be motivated to train offense, right? Because combos and you got combo videos and obviously you don't want to be on defense. Nobody intends to be defending intentionally, right? So it's natural for a player to come across more scenarios where they practice offense. But the key ingredient to having great defense is you have to in a defensive situation still have an offensive mind, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You got to still be able to snipe interactions, snipe the opportunities inside of interactions, and understanding your influence of defense. If you do those two things, your defense will automatically level up. You have to understand the way you defend, what does it likely influence your opponent to do? If I start parrying, I know Champ's gonna be like, well, I gotta grab this motherfucker at some point, right? Now it's a matter of when is he gonna grab me? See, so now we've simplified it. We know you're gonna grab me, we just don't know when now. And then that's when you figure out the player's rhythm and their adaptation speeds and shit like that. Some people, you parry one time, they immediately, the next interaction, try to throw you. Some people, it takes them 2 times, right? Some people, they don't really incorporate the throw until maybe it's specifically Oki. These are things you're going to learn through experience, but ideally, you just want to have more intention and more options, exactly, when you're on defense. So
yeah, the more options you have on the offense, on their Oki, I guess, is the harder for your opponent to guess correctly. But if you're doing one thing or two things, then it's not good. Because one defensive option could potentially beat both.
Right.
So it's like, okay, well, if I do jab, I'll try to grab him. After I jump in, I will walk up and grab him. Or I walk up, press crouching jab. Every time I do jab, he's blocking. Every time I go grab, he's he's attacking or something, right? But then if you think about it, that other guy attacking, that's not even optimal. He can just do down back for 3 frames and then up forward jump and own you for that. And then you're never going to open him up because you never added more Oki options. You know? So it's like that. So adding many options is important. Yeah. And knowing how to actually cycle them correctly, that you shouldn't favor something if you're fighting somebody for the first time. You want to be as balanced as you can. But then when you're fighting somebody, then you're gonna start making some edits with that one, some actual deviation based on the more you play your opponent, and the more you understand the level of the player, skill, right? You're gonna, oh, okay, I think okay, he saw me parry the first round on the 3rd game. Okay, right. I think he's still thinking that in his one in the 6th game. I wonder if he's still thinking that, right? Like, then obviously, if you're fighting somebody from rank, I know for sure he forgot that already. He might not even remember what he ate for lunch. Okay, so like, but like I say, if I'm fighting some pro, I have to think about that. Okay, I think he did last time he did that. Also, when he whiffed that crouching short, I think he likes to do this. So I'm gonna do this. You know, so but yeah.
Word. All right, so let's see. Let's see. What's another question? What are some training drills that you can do for just 30 minutes a day that lead to growth for the beginner to intermediate player? Champ, you are really good at helping brand new players with your simplification of
yeah. So wait. So when you say beginner to intermediate, so okay, I have a question for this question. So does that mean like he only has 30 minutes to play?
I imagine maybe he's like a family man, right? So he's like,
totally, that's fine. Does he have only 30 minutes to play?
Let's say he does. Let's say he does. Yeah, let's say he does.
Okay, let's say he has only 30. He just needs to play. He actually just needs to play. I'm sure. If you only have 30 minutes, the last thing you should be doing is training mode. If you only have 30 minutes, you get some matches in. I swear. Like, because if you only have 30 minutes, that's what you could do. If you have like 3 hours, okay, I'm gonna play for 2 to 3 hours, maybe 2.5, 2 hours, and then I'm gonna watch some of the losses that fucked me up so hard, right? Whatever. Yeah. And then maybe I'm gonna go training mode, for instance, right? And then I'm gonna practice some drills on my anti-air. I'm gonna practice my drills on like not even whiff punishes. You don't even need that in that level. If you're a beginner, you just need to have anti-air and you need to have like discipline to not be jumping a lot. Yeah, that's basically what you need. Okay. And then understanding that concept. You need to anti-air and you need to not be jumping a lot. And you need to defend against the DI. That's basically the only thing you need in that level, beginner level. Yeah, no need to worry about whiff punish. Yeah, those are the few things you just need to do. But if you only have 30 minutes, you best believe just fucking play some games. Yeah, that makes sense. You're not gonna improve. Because you're not gonna improve on drills if you're not even playing, because you would not even know what you need to work on. Right. That's what I was gonna say. Is like you should probably play at least 2 sets and then go watch a set. Or, just watch it. How would you know what your problem is if you actually never played? You need to play first, so then you understand. Oh, yeah, you know what? This fucking jury bitch is just owning me all the time. For instance, right? Like, like I don't know. This bitch just keeps fucking, turning green or jumping, and I can't stop it. Then then you already have an answer. Okay, maybe I should actually anti-air her instead, and then I'm just gonna parry the DI. Kind of like something simple like that. Bro, I swear Tekken is a great example of this, because you cannot be in training mode only for Tekken. You will get fucking smoked. Yeah, there's too many moves. Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's like an extreme. It's an extreme case of this conversation, but right. But like even in Tekken, right? Like you have to play Tekken, because if you're just like, oh, I'm gonna learn all of my moves, and then you go and play a fucking some random Lucky Chloe or some crazy shit, and then you're like, I don't know what any of this is. You're gonna just get washed. I know that answer is pretty bad, right? Like super generic. I said like just play, but I gave you my reasoning why. No, that's the truth. I think it's a good response. If you're 30 minutes, you're not gonna get to intermediate at all. All right, like doing drills, no chance, no shot. But like if you need to play, get some problems, because like every time you play, you lose, you get new problems to solve. Repeat the process. That applies to any level. Every level that loses, which every level loses anyways, like every time that L happens, that's a problem that you can solve, that you can fix. Two, doesn't matter how technical you have to go with that. It could be as basic as it can be. To analyze that and be like, oh look, this bitch just keeps hitting me with this. What is this? That when she just jumps. Oh yeah, okay. So let's do crouching fierce next time. Like like that. Like don't do anything there in the ground. Then instead of throwing fireball, just do crouching fierce. Right? Just to simplify against a beginner. Yeah. But you need to play so he knows the problems.
So that goes into, because we're getting a lot of like training questions. So Karoshi says, is there an acceptable lab to playing ratio? How much labbing versus actual playing time? I think it's the same thing like you said, bro. It's like just play and then just watch a replay, because every single match is gonna afford you the opportunity to learn from it, and you can spend so much less time playing if you just watch your matches after you play them, and then you just go lab that thing. That should be like the cycle. That should be the cycle, in my opinion. You play, you replay, and then you just training mode whatever you saw, and then you just keep doing it over and over and over again.
See, look, I have a different take on that one. I agree with you. I'm on your side. I have a different take on this one.
Okay.
Since I have coached different players, that's in pro, non-pro, beginner, all this stuff. Since everybody learns differently, sometimes some people don't learn that way.
Fair.
So what happened is, that ratio of like how much playtime you should have to how much training mode. That training mode sometimes is not intuitive for other players. So they get discouraged, they get intimidated, so they don't want to do it. They just want to go press some buttons again. Fuck that. I'm going to go play. Okay. And then figure it out there, which is a normal attitude to have. Okay. Because it's quite intimidating to like tinker with training mode, right? Okay. So that needs to be replaced with, instead of that, it's just watch a video or replay, watch some YouTube, watch some streams of somebody playing your character. That you need to replace that with, instead of training mode, watch instead, which is to replace it, because maybe that person is a visual learner instead, or somebody that needs like an actual illustration instead of them trying to problem solve. Because that's a different skill set to have.
Right.
So some people need to have like a point of reference.
Makes sense.
So that one would be, you need to replace that. So it doesn't have to be training mode, but it has to be something about studying or research. But it doesn't necessarily have to be training mode. It could be watching YouTube video. It could be watching Zaf. It could be watching Punk. It could be watching Brian F. or Justin Wong. You know what I mean? Like watching Daigo. It could be anything. Reading some stuff about frame data. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be training mode, but it has to be studying. Yeah.
That's dope. That's an amazing answer, because even like within the realms of analyzing, or let's say like playing, right? Even inside of playing, there's different ways of training the way you play. For example, playing one character versus playing multiple characters, right? Playing your character, playing the character you're having a hard time with, right? Like I like to combine, like I'm the type of person where I like to combine different sources into one thing, right? Like that's my eureka moment, right? So if I play a Luke and I play Dalsum, when I play Dalsum, I'll be 700 times better at that matchup because I'll have Luke's perspective in my head the whole time.
Yeah,
you know. So it'll also combat my overthinking because I'll be so much faster with making decisions. But yeah, everybody's different. So some people more hands-on. Some people they're not. I love how you said intuitive, because everybody has that like childlike means of activating their inner genius, but everybody's different. So some people it's playing games, some people it's playing long sets, some people it's playing short sets, discussing sets, analyzing, watching matches, tutorials, watching their own matches, whatever it could be. But just experiment. It's a game, right? So even make a game out of training and figure out what works for you.
Look at this, right? You like being able to do that labbing stuff, right? Like being not able to do it or able to do them doesn't define your potential greatness. Does not. Because look, you got players who's a super scientist, okay? Like I said, like myself or like Cien or Fudo, etc., other players, right? But then you got players who's like doesn't really lab like that, but is great as well. For instance, like Punk, right? But he's like super talented, so that's like a different kind of cat, right? Then you got guys like Chris T, for instance, who does not even do training mode stuff, or like Danny Pham, you know what I'm saying? Like you got many players who's not necessarily do a lot of training mode stuff, right? They're not that deep in that, but they can play. Like Noah, you know what I mean? Like that. They don't have to. They don't necessarily lab like that, right? But they can play like that. But they understand on their own. To figure it out by watching or by asking other players or getting advice. You know what I mean? That's their you need a point of like research or study. They fill that void with those other things aside from just training mode.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
they still fill the void regardless.
Mhm.
So that's what matters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Word. Okay, so the last question from Discord is from Dizla, and he says,
Oh my man, I love this.
yeah, Dizla's my
That's
man.
good.
That's my voice. He says, what is, or asks rather, what is the skill or set of skills that differentiate a player that is in the range of 1400 to 1600 MR and from 1600 to 1800 MR? And what can a player in the 1400 through 1600 range do to make a breakthrough to the next level? So basically, so
14 to 16 is huge. So 14 to 16 is huge because a 1400 MR to 1600 MR, that's a huge jump. It's like I usually do it by hundreds. Okay. But like when they do if you jump by 100 MR, right, for instance, like that day, whatever, that doesn't really matter yet. The second question, they would be like, can you maintain it? Right? And then if you lose it, can you get it back? How fast can you get it back? Right? That's the question, right? Okay. But let's say you get 1400 to 1500. Okay, they're gonna have a lot of gaps with their discipline, the knowledge, and they tend to do stuff that they're morally comfortable. And since they have a lack of discipline, they get to do a lot of stuff that can be desperate at times when stuff is not going their way. Okay. But then the 1600, for instance, right? It's slightly better, of course, because of the MR number, but then still lacks a lot of matchup specifics. Okay, that stuff they can do because, mind you, the players from 1500, 14, whatever, all the way until 1900 MR guys that are non-pro, whatever, like they only have one style, but the one style they're good at, they're just very, very experienced at that one style they're doing, and it gotten so good that they got that high in MR,
right?
Because they're only playing rank. So that one style, because like that one style, that's why you see like sometimes a pro fights a 19 or 2000 MR guy, he just smokes them like for free, like all the time. Doesn't matter if there's 2k MMR, right? Because they haven't developed the style yet. So basically, to the 1600 MR needs more knowledge on little things that creates situations where you take the most damage. You need to know that. You need to pinpoint that. How am I dying? And also, what is that situation that creates that moment where I am such in a disadvantage that I end up dying? Okay, so you need to answer those two questions, right? But then to get to break through to the 1800, those answers needs to be answered. But then you need to now add matchup knowledge and matchup specifics, kind of like we talked about Ken, like earlier, like or Ryu, like, oh yeah, against Ken, I can't do 2MK because his 2MK is faster. I should gotta do light kick then. Like those little subtle things, you gotta just have those ready for those matchups for that level. Like knowing, being more technical in a way, like with your style. It doesn't matter what style it could be, but it needs to be like sort of like complete. Because the 1800 MR guys are so good. Like 1600 to 16 to 1700 MR are so rare already based on the graph picture that I have, which is like
the percentages, right, of like how many players exist. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's so rare. So like that alone is really, really rough already. But then once you get to 1700, for some reason 1700 MR, you can instantly go to 1900 anyways. But assuming you can keep the same attitude and same like perseverance that you had, or or training that you did, that propelled you from like 14 or 1500 to 1700. Okay, like if you can keep that attitude, same focus, you definitely get to 1900 for sure, because you just need to add more to what you just did. That's it. It's really that. Like you know how like it's quite easy to get to for a pro to get any character they want. They can get them to like 19, 1800 for sure. Default, right? Default. Okay, like but like because there's already the game knowledge that a pro player has is so much already that you can kind of like use them as band-aid fixes to the other stuff that you lack within the character knowledge. But that knowledge within the entire game already is enough to overcome that lack of knowledge with your character, just because your game knowledge in general is so vast. But yeah, that's just to simplify that answer. Yeah, that's how you break through. It's just really just specifics. There's no other shortcut to that one. It's just really the amount of little things you know, and how you change them accordingly within the matchup or style of player. Do you focus more on the anti-air, or do you focus more on the ground? How do you check a driver rush? Do you know which button to check this driver rush at what range? What anti are you supposed to be using if you're focusing on trying to check a driver rush? What anti are you focusing on? If you're trying to do back fear still, well, guess what? It's not gonna work. Like you gotta know how to control your mental stack on like how much can you handle for that time, right? You're not gonna go for like an air to air max damage combo as your anti-air if you're like also trying to check a DJ drive rush. You know what I'm saying? Like your check drive rush is gonna be like a jab or a medium kick if ever. But if they jump, you're probably just gonna do a DP or a back medium punch, right? If ever, right? Like it's gonna be little damage, right? Because that requires a lot of focus. So understanding that about yourself is what matters, and then expanding your knowledge to those little things.
Be honest with yourself, basically. Yeah, know your limitations. That makes sense, right? You know what your weaknesses are, then you can make strengths out. You can focus on your strengths. If you don't know what your weaknesses are, how do you ever identify your strengths?
Yeah.
So, or you get taken away from your strengths. That's also a thing. All right, so next question. Throughout the life of a game, you'll see players dip in and out, and for many reasons, such as priorities, other games, frustrations. What ideas or advice would you offer the casual player that wants to improve at a fighter but finds themselves playing off and on? I think this is an easy answer, honestly. You improve at your own pace. There's no, you're not in a race with anybody. You play at your own pace. You have your own goals. If you're a casual player, there's nothing wrong with that. You can still improve and be casual. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. You know, so if you're playing off and on, maybe you're getting burnt out, maybe because you're putting too much pressure on yourself. That's okay. It's okay to take breaks. Even pros have to take breaks. So
yes, I agree.
Not a big deal.
You gotta play at your pace. If you don't have a lot of time, just play games. Yeah, you shouldn't worry about like trying to improve as fast as the other players who has more time than you. Because they'll improve faster than you, right? So you need to put more time to want to improve. Really what it is in general, right? For everybody. That works for most players, right? The more time you put in, the more you improve. Then now the question is, how come I'm still not improving? I put more time. Well, what kind of stuff are you really doing to improve? How efficient is really your training? What are you doing? Are you training, or are you just pressing buttons? You're playing. Like there's like two different things, right? It's like today I'm playing today. So playing. But then when I say like today we're training today, guys, that's two different things. Okay, we're gonna work on there's two different things. It's so different. It's like today I'm gonna play some rank today, guys. We're gonna implement the following. Today we're not gonna anti-air at all. Okay, we're gonna not anti-air. We're only gonna do ground game today. And then so I keep saying that to you, like, why you not do anti-air? Trust me, I'm working on the other stuff that I have on my woodworks. Because I keep having many notes and stuff. It's like I'm not gonna anti-air, like, because that's my practice for the high level stuff. Because in high level, I have to reserve X amount of brain power for anti-air in pro level. But the motherfuckers aren't jumping. It pisses me off. I'm talking like in some matchups, okay? Fuck, can you please jump? So I have to do stuff to make them jump. Okay, like a lot. So I have to do greedy stuff, like fierce, fucking heavy fireball. I do raw yoga flame to make them jump.
Yeah.
If you do that idea that they should jump, right? And then I don't do it, then I hit them with big damage. So like that. Like so I need to develop that more, because when I've noticed is that when I was playing against some of the pro guys, for instance, like Daigo or Takeda, right? Everyone played them. Have you noticed, like before, if you float over on top of Ken, whatever, like like the lower float, right? You float and you're a little bit closer, but then you do float then fierce. You cannot do that against those pro shotos. They're gonna uppercut you,
Yeah.
Okay. But what do you know about? I did some tests when I ran into them. They're not uppercutting. They even getting hit. So I was like, oh, their mental stack is 100% in the ground. That's why they can whiff punish my 2 MP and my roundhouse on whip while he's crouching. So that's his main focus. So I'm gonna do this more so I can control his mental stack so he can start anti-airing me. So now I can start pressing more buttons to the ground. You understand?
Right.
When you play higher level, it's like that. It's fucking annoying. I don't get that. The luxury when I'm like, obviously when you're playing rank, your opponent might not even receive the text messages that you're sending, right? Right. But when you're playing those guys, they understand that, they're on 5G network, you know what I mean? They be receiving the text messages fast. So it's like that. But so understanding your opponent's mental stack is super important. And that's what something that's Mena super good at.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
I remember I will always think of that stream when you were laughing when he did round start jump, right? And you were like laughing. You were like, it was CPT France or Singapore. I remember you were watching and you were laughing like, wow, look how good he is. Like he just knew to jump right. you know?
He knew.
Yeah.
Like if people say he's random or he's crazy, that's just stupid to say that. Like there's clearly you ain't gonna be great like that if you're random and crazy. I'm sorry, but it's just not like there's a lot of thought into that.
No, when they say random, they think it's like not skillful. But he's skillfully random. He knows when to change it up and be like completely illogical. Like that's a skill. He knows how to skillfully do that. So when people say, "Oh, this is random," it's because they don't understand it. They don't. Yeah, it's a lot. It might look illogical, but there's still like a skill set to lead up to that moment. He's not gonna.
I even called it when he was doing jump with Blanca against the Chun-Li, right? Jump. He jumps, and then he did. And then the Chun-Li got hit by a few jumps, but then later on in the next round, I said, look, Mena's gonna do the jump, but it's just the hop, and then he's gonna do delay air ball down because this dude got conditioned already. But Mena already got that saved up. That this is gonna be a hit later, which he did. He did that actually in the team tournament. Actually, the team tournament in Japan, he did that, and then it landed. See, he understands where this motherfucker's gonna be looking for now.
Yeah, he did it against Shudo. It was Shudo, right? I think it was Shudo he did that against.
Yeah, he did it against the Chun too as well. But like, that doesn't matter. But you know what I mean? Like that was like, it's like something simple to highlight. You know? Like, knowing what your opponent is looking for is super important. Like I guess for the highest level, But that also works in any level, I guess, to a certain degree. But it's not that important. You just need to play your own game good. And basically, if you're trying to climb MR, right? This is a simple strategy. If you implement this, you definitely level up. But there's a lot of work that goes with it. But the strategy, you just do one strategy. You just do this. Try not to get hit as much as you can. Buy the easy stuff. That's it. And then you just exist. You just punish the easy stuff that your opponent can do, because at that level, they do all neutral skips. So neutral skips like a DI, a drive rush, and a jump, right? Those are neutral skips, right? In general. So you just try to have a counter for those things without being extra passive, that you're only looking for those.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's the key.
That's important. That's the key. Okay, you also need to be playing your game while still looking for those, but try not to look for all three of them. Try to look for like one or two. Okay, so you can still use a part of your game to play, to still play Street Fighter, and still just mitigate the risk that your opponent doing. That's it.
My mentor, Kaizen Master, calls that lazy man footsies. Is when people just it changes by the game, right? But like in 4, instead of drive rush, it was focus attack. right?
Yeah.
It's the neutral skips. It's literally it looks like it's footsies because of the spacing, but the option is not footsie. They're not trying to play footsies, right? Like you can use it in
is an
footsies,
option.
but yeah, they're not trying to play it. They're just trying to like bypass it. And those are the things that if you practice like intentfully
how to beat it
with just beating that, you will climb the rank. And yeah, you'll realize this is exactly what Fchamp was saying, where it's like, bro, ranked is just like execution practice. That's all it is at a certain point.
At that point, yeah. But it's very hard for most players for sure. But like I'm saying, I'm telling you guys the answers to those things. I know that's a bit vague of an advice, but I'm telling you, instead of like you trying to maul your opponent by rushing him down, whatever. Next time, don't do that. Just try to like be somewhere in the middle, not too aggressive, not too passive. Just straight up punish the easy stuff that he's gonna do, because he will. So because you need to do something to induce the easy stuff. So basically, you need to throw like some non-committing stuff, like say throw some shorts, throw some fireballs here and there, walk back, walk forward, just chill, down back. He gonna do something. I promise you that. We can legit watch a video. We can do a random select video of like a 1700, 1600, 1500 MR cat, bro. I promise you, that dude right there is gonna do something. They don't have the action of just wait and observe. They don't have that in their action tree. That's out. They don't have that. They're just doing something. Oh shit! Why is he waiting? I'm doing something. I'm turning green right now, baby. It's morphin time. You know? like it's just the way it is.
All right. So we will conclude with our Q&As for now, and we move on to the final segment, the much anticipated analysis. I know you guys love you some Fchamp analysis. So Champ, I already have this match picked out. We're not gonna watch the whole thing because it's pretty lengthy, right? But I figured we would watch the final. What is this, like 2 or 3 games? I'm gonna share it with you in a second.
What? Okay, first of all, what match is this? And then is this a replay, or I'm gonna do a YouTube video?
It's a YouTube video. It's a video that you actually just put up recently. I'm gonna share it right now.
Okay.
All right.
Share it to me on Discord.
Yeah,
so I can put it on my screen. What is it?
Can you see it?
No, you haven't shared it in my Discord though. On our DMs.
Yeah, I shared it to you. You just gotta click on
Here, see? It's not here.
Oh no, I'm screen sharing it so we can watch it at the same time.
Oh yeah, but I won't be able to pause and rewind.
Oh, if you want to do that, you could screen share it then. So and then.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, send me the link.
I got you. All right, here you go. Bang, timestamp and all.
Oh, Daigo. Oh, dude, I already did this already. I did this already too many times.
Nah, I don't care. Did I ask you? You didn't do it with me. I want to watch it.
I'm doing it.
Let's do it,
bro. I literally watched this 15 million times.
This is okay. Let's watch it 15 million and one.
Okay. I'm good. I love watching games. So we're gonna do it right now. So, actually, I'm just gonna go to my YouTube. Actually, what the fuck am I doing? Because I'm gonna have to use my YouTube app instead, so I don't lag with the thing. It's my Chrome fucking up.
You sure you don't want me to do it, and then I'll just pause whenever you want me to pause?
Nope. Okay, here we go. So second, you said 44 minutes and 45. Okay, good. Here we go. Let me see.
It's gonna be like towards the end. It's like the last 7 minutes, but
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna share you my screen right now. Hold up. I'm gonna do my YouTube app. I'm gonna share it to the people. And then I'm gonna hold up. Okay. Share my screening.
All right.
Here.
All right. Okay.
You get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So did I tell you already the context of this game? What happened?
No idea.
Okay. So I played Daigo in this one. Cause like last time I played him was like around like September or something. So I haven't played him since then. I think maybe August, September, something around like that. I think. And then I haven't played him since then. And then so I went ahead and asked him to play, and he played. So we end up running this first to 5 times 2, whatever, which he kind of like surprised me with his new strategies.
Okay.
But I lost this set, of course, no excuses. But this has given me 4 pages of notes because I fixed this already. Okay, like the moment I wasn't able to even sleep, so I started writing things, what to do to beat this cat, because it's kind of like that's what we do. We play each other, but I then noticed that my stick was in turbo the whole time.
Oh shit.
But I know for sure, but I didn't make that excuse when I played him. After, I would have, I promise you, that would have not made a difference. I would have still lose. Because I don't know, I didn't know the answers to his new strategy. But I didn't even go to his channel and make an excuse like, thank you, Daigo, for your time. Appreciate good games. I really, I swear. And then but I know for sure I would have still lost. I don't have to make excuses losing to Daigo. What the fuck?
Yeah,
It's
for
Daigo.
sure.
But I'm just not used to losing. But okay, which part here? See,
you can fast forward it to like the last like couple. It doesn't matter. Let's watch like 3 matches. Any 3 matches don't really matter.
We'll start with the start then, because this has been, we have different meta here already. Okay, first of all, it's the first game. So he doesn't know how I'm playing lately. I don't know how he's playing. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do the standards template.
The feeling each other out.
Yeah. That's the standard. I'm gonna slow. He's gonna play slow. And then within our decisions, within the slower pace, we would now then expand. Right. That's the traditional template. Right. Okay. So since this is not necessarily a tournament, it's let's play casuals, practice, right? We get to expand on many options. So then I got jumped. I backdashed the jab to the medium. Okay, this is standard, losing to Ken in the corner. Okay.
Okay, he's jumping on
that.
reaction to your feints.
See, that's the first one. That's the first one. Look at my face here. I was surprised. I was like, oh shit. Okay, so check this out. This is like, you tell me this is not a common scenario. This was the first time I saw, oh my God, homeboy is prepared. He was in the kitchen. Let me tell you, look at this. This scenario, we're +4, right?
Yep.
+4. So if you press a roundhouse, the roundhouse is 17 frames, it's gonna be 14. Okay? Essentially. So if you do drive rush here, I would check your drive rush automatic. Then I just hit confirm the drive rush. I hit confirm with my roundhouse, right? You understand? So if you know, like after this parry, they like to do drive rush after. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Ken? Okay. They will do drive rush jab. If you do drive rush jab here, right? That's gonna cost 15 frames total. My roundhouse is gonna be 14. So I'm gonna counter hit you. And then I'm gonna go hit confirm and then, DRC, and then we're gonna go side switch.
Okay.
Basically, right? Okay. That's that normal scenario. But if he doesn't drive rush here, right? Let's go. He wants to jump. He holds it, and then he waits a little bit, then jumps. This is a preemptive AA, which is the roundhouse, right? If he wants to walk in after this, he still gets hit by that. Because there's a gap. There's a big enough gap that if you micro walk forward, you get hit.
All right.
Okay. If you walk back, I just cancel to a fireball and I dash forward. Then I would have plus frames, and I am out of the corner, right? So basically, it has all the upside, right? All the upside, okay? Homeboy on the first interaction, look what he did. I wrote down this, I swear. This. See this?
Walk back, crouch strong. Damn.
Yeah, so he knew that that was the best option I have there to stop all the other situations that Ken can hit me. You understand? So that moment I was like, oh my God, he prepared. I just invited you to fucking, to spar. Homeboy was ready. You know what I mean? Like, so at that point I was like, bro, he was prepared. He got the lab work. Like, I didn't get the lab work. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm still gonna play it out because I'm happy that I'm getting exposed to this new Daigo strategy. Mind you, I play Taquito. Taquito don't play nothing close to this. I play with Angry Bird, nothing like this.
Right.
Like, am I saying Daigo is better than them? No. That's my matchup with them is different compared to Daigo, right? Every pro player that you fight, you'll have.
But he has that legacy Dalsum experience, so he has like a different brain for this matchup.
Yeah, I know, but that it doesn't matter about that brain, bro, because you know what I mean. Like, we've been doing good versus him, anyways. This is me. This is a me problem. It's I went in here raw, no preparation.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to play. But this dude is playing with like 3 Dalsums all the time. So he got that extra tech. Okay. But it's okay. And I love that aspect because this will help me unravel the matchup more.
Right.
So I was able to write more notes. So I gotten so much more better after this because thanks to Daigo. So I'm super grateful. Mind you, we're only a few seconds in and the amount of stuff I already talked about. So I'm lost already. I was like, oh my Lord,
mouth open.
He's like,
interesting.
This cat right here was ready. He got.
Damn. He just bent me over.
Yeah. I believe I won this second round, but it wasn't even like the cleanest. So from what I can remember. If you notice, the first round he jumped there, right? The same timing. The first round when I lost. Okay, we did this one. He does this. I walked in here. Remember the last time I didn't do medium punch there.
You did fierce after the feint.
Yeah. And then what happened? He jumped, right? He hit me.
Yep.
Okay. This one I did whiff jab. See? Whiff jab, feint. And then I did fireball instead. It looks like I throw a normal, so you jump.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I never realized until this frame that his arc looks like Stan Fierce's startup frames.
No, yeah.
I never noticed that.
So you gotta have to mix it in with your feint jabs. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So homeboy jumps, right? So he'd be trying to be cute. So we remember. But see, you cannot really fast adapt like that fighting other players. You know what I'm saying? It has to be the top of the food chain.
Right.
Because that would be a waste to do if you play rank. Because the other guy would not get that message. You know what I'm saying? But he gets that shit immediately. Like that.
He got 5G.
Immediate, right? Okay. That's like, okay. This guy is like different. See,
see now you're both like, okay, already. What changed?
You see? Did you see? Look, he understood right away. Look how fast he made. Look at this. This is second interaction. Look, he didn't move anymore. Let me see what are you gonna do now. Like I don't know too. I don't know what I'm gonna do also, but I'm gonna wait.
Right.
He waited too. So see, this it's so draining playing with him when he's super prepared. Okay, I was like, okay, we're just gonna slow down. Oh yeah, he fucked me up with my slides, bro.
When I played him in France, he was fucking my slides up a lot, man.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
He's tricking you. He's tricking because he's doing walk. He was walking back because like this, right? He's gonna go in this range where. I'm gonna go to this range first before we forget. Yeah, he waited, right? Okay, I'll try to slide here. So here. He stays in this range. See how like he's positioning here, right?
Yep.
Okay. So at this range, my 2 MP will whiff. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. If my 2 MP whiffs, my slide will be perfect. Because he's walking out of that range, so I'm gonna hit him low.
Yep.
But if he blocks it, I'll be plus anyways. Okay. Right. Pretty good return to do it sometimes, you know.
Yep.
Then he picked up on that I did that. And then he kept abusing that to me, where he would like walk back, walk in, then walk back, then fucking walk forward and down back. And he would just clip me. Like that. I was like, man, I keep getting tricked because, like, if you play DOS, if you understand how to use your slide correctly.
Right.
And this one, I don't know the most optimal decision here, but I think that this was not a bad choice to go burnout. I don't think this is a bad choice because it's mid screen, but I think I should just maybe super or flame.
Yeah, maybe medium flame there.
Mm-hmm. One of those. But then I don't really mind burning out in mid screen against Ken because that builds me a lot of bar, and then I will have enough 2 bars to defend myself later. So I usually do that. That's a lucky parry there, but unlucky for me. So I'm here super hyper focused here, right? I'm hyper focused. I'm looking at my meter. I'm looking at his win condition. He's gonna grab me, but I need to actually take a grab so I can build a lot of bar.
Yeah, you can get level 2.
So I can get level 2, right? To protect for the checkmate, which I did happily take that. Okay. And then now they're in this situation. Okay. He messed up the timing. I take that risk. Oh, okay. That's different. That's a different round then. Yeah, because you could take that jump teleport there, And then you're kind of Gucci. I missed that punish there, though.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Maybe the mental stack.
I started doing this early. I need to start introducing this. Drive rush. But I did drive rush back medium kick.
Oh, instead of jab.
Super greedy. Yeah. Okay. So I can get more data on how he's dealing with this. Because if I have more drive rush here, which is not more, like I have a few drive rush options here, that means he's not going to walk forward. That means he's staying there or walking back, waiting for something. That's an option that I might do. So if he's walking back and crouching, trying to think that I might drive rush, right? Then I get more floats, I get more drills.
Yeah, that makes
sense. Then if they're ducking, I get more slides. So they're not walking back and forth. So having that is pretty good option. Sadly, he checked it immediately in the first attempt. He never really gets checked the first time I do it because Dawson doesn't drive rush like that.
Right, it's rare.
Yeah, so the fact that he did it the first time, I was like, homeboy, you were just special, huh? He just fucked me up here. I mean, he is special. No doubt. I wasn't even ready.
So how come you opted for DI instead of blast side switch?
Which one?
When you perfect parried him.
Okay, let me explain. Here. Where's the perfect parry part?
Yeah, it's like right after the DP, right?
Yeah.
Here.
I think that it's better. I think because I don't really think that. Okay, if I do side switch, it has return. That's good, right? But then I'm gonna get the potential grab or the 50-50, but he's gonna parry, right? Whatever, right? Whatever. And I go side switch. But then I'm closer to him. How do you retreat out of the Ken range?
Oh, once you
one. Teleport.
Well, you just have to have a successful offense.
Yeah.
That's
so why do I have to be that? But this one, I am fully in control.
Well, my reason is because you're on a life deficit, so it's like we are forced to be aggressive at this point, anyways.
So, in my opinion, I'm winning this.
Okay. I'd like to understand.
So that's from my perspective. When I fight it, obviously barring the results of the set, right? In this situation, I'm winning because he doesn't have any more meter. He's already half drive gauge. He doesn't have DRC options.
Okay.
So that means at this point, if I'm a little bit closer, I'm not worried about that. Also, if you're further away, the threat of the OD fireball drive rush is huge against my fireball zoning. So I don't have to worry about that with his low gauge. So that means his only option is to jump. I hope he doesn't get a few perfect parries, but that's about it. That's it. And then I can just win outright. Okay, that's like usually I feel I'm favored. Okay, which have quite a success rate versus Ken on that one. That's my first miss there. See, the way he jumped here was super weird. That like my back medium punch might whiff. You know what I'm talking about? You see that
Yeah,
hesitation?
that weird
That
empty
if it
jump
whiff,
range. Yeah.
yeah, the whiff, and that's when I put in my notes. I'm doing blast there.
Hmm.
So next time, not back fears because they're empty jumping, which is weird.
Right.
So if I do back fears, I have to confirm that too, and since they're not hitting a button jumping, it's not going to be a counter hit. So it's a waste. They're still there.
Right.
So I need a blast. Okay. And then I need to start doing roundhouse AA as well, just to be cute. Also, air to air, jump, medium punch, teleport. But I don't teleport the other side. I teleport same side, so it creates that space. So I had to write those things down. It's like against this cat, I'm gonna do that next time. Yeah.
Have you experimented with jump strong into EX Comet?
That's good too.
Yeah, I've been using that for like just the side switch to get out if I need it on a air to air conversion.
Really good. That's really good.
It's pretty strong.
Look, since I'm playing against Daigo, the meta is so weird because the first interaction, there's an instant adaptation change already, right? On top of that, you already assume certain things that he might look for. Okay, you're already assuming that certain things because it has to be sharp, right? Okay, this situation. And see how like I press fierce here. He just happened to throw a fireball here because this fireball is not allowed here. Okay, because that's where Dawson can just fierce float. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is not a fireball here. But then he knows that I'm not expecting that because this is not necessarily a normal fireball in this range. Because slide, anything beats this fireball.
Right.
But then that's a coincidence because I did jab, then fierce, which this is a fake for him to do a whiff punish attempt, like a sweep or a medium punch. And then I'm going to go take turn, throw a fireball. Or if I do this, he jumps. I can still AA. You know what I mean?
So maybe he threw the fireball as like a tension deflection to make you get away from looking for the air again. Because remember, you kept doing feints and then anti-airing, right? Or doing the yoga arch,
sure.
right? So maybe he's trying to just get back to his strategy, and this fireball is a way of doing that. Because this is a weird fireball. If I got hit by this, I'd be like, wait, what? And then
that's
you
weird,
start
right?
to like reset yourself, right?
This is not a normal fireball.
Yeah.
But like what I'm saying, like, but this is not a bad fireball. I mean, what I'm telling you is like it's not normal. But since we're not necessarily playing Ken versus Dawson at this point, right? We just the amount of fucking layers of decisions that we have already lined up based on all the times we played each other is just insane. Okay, it's like you have to do some fakes. You see how like he's guessing me to do this already too, the yoga arc. Like if you notice this preemptive drive rush he did here, look, see, he drive rush after blocking OD fireball. Do you understand that's how insane that was? That was like plus 18, 20 OD fireball. Think about this. Look how insane this is. Because he's anticipating that I'm gonna do yoga arc the whole time. Right? Okay, but since I hit him, well, guess what? We're going back to it, baby. But homeboy was ready. So 90% of his mental stack was for him to stop me throwing that. I was like, damn, he's so ready in this matchup. What the fuck? I didn't prepare for you, bitch. Ooh. Look at this situation. How bad this was. You see this?
Okay.
Confirm. I can't really get out of the corner.
Damn, that did some decent damage.
Nice. I got the roundhouse. And teleport now because it's safe.
Ooh, okay.
See? You know why people... You know how many Dawson get hit by this? That moment, like here? Look. You're burnt out. You do this jab, short jab. Ken doesn't get hit. What does Dawson do? Jump right, jump, drill, jump, backdash, jump.
Remember we talked about when I would do it? I would backdash and you were like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Like you know, they become fucking DBZ characters. You know what I'm saying? Well, look at Daigo's reaction to this one. Because he knows Dawson would run away, right? Look. He got the medium kick already preemptively on my drill, my jump back. chase, even hits my potential backdash there as well. It's like, well, motherfucker, I'm staying with you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. Like situations like that. And that's like, but then now, next time, he knows that. So now going to the next match, like, fuck. Okay, well, I can't do that then. Maybe I need to do this more. Okay, maybe I'm gonna add more floats. Like, kind of like that. So you're gonna start deleting options and adding more options. So it's quite draining to fight like this cat. Now he's switched. Now see, from the back medium kick, I went to jab now because it got checked last time. Remember when I did drive rush back medium kick? Now I did drive rush jab, right? Because I got hit last time.
Right.
Okay. But like, look at his movement. Every time he blocks a normal, he dashes forward, bro. And I was like,
it makes sense.
Check that next time. Yeah. You know, so I need to add that in the list because that one, instead of dash sometimes, drive rush sometimes, fireball sometimes, jump sometimes, walk back with punish sometimes. He has 5 options already lined up, and not to mention just block. Or the occasional parry, then the parry, then
right. Or the DI ran BI.
Okay.
Yeah.
On one blocking, one normal. So the decision you're like, shit. Right. Like so how much aware he was in the decisions is super crazy. Like, bro. So me doing jab, driver's jab, then those things to push him away. But then this one, he's so good at that. Look at this. Look how hard is this for this to whiff. Let me explain to you. Look at how rare is this shit to whiff. Look at this. Bro, come on.
And damn, it's only because you walked back, though. It's only because of the walk back. Your walk back is what contributed to it. If you didn't walk back, you would have hit him.
Where is his arm? Where is his
I know,
leg?
but you walked back. That's what made it worse, though. If you did not walk back, you would have hit him 100%. I know it
Look
sucks.
at my arm.
You're massaging his calves.
Does it look visually I'm supposed to hit him or not?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, well, guess what? That's not the case. Okay, how is that even? So like, come on, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Those little micro things, the walk back is what killed it.
I know his spacing is godlike.
No, not his walk back. Your walk back. Your walk back is what killed it.
No, I have to. My walk back is super slow. That it shouldn't. It's super insignificant.
Ryan, rewind it and look how far you walk back.
Bro, I'm not even that close.
No, bro, I'm telling you, you walked back enough for that to happen. Watch.
I understand that.
Look, see?
But what I'm trying to say is,
it shouldn't be like that. I understand because you barely walked back, but it doesn't matter. Math is math, right? 3 + 1 is 4. 2 + 2 is 4. It doesn't matter. You contributed it to it equaling what it equaled.
I don't even think that it's like, bro, come on. How did that even whiff? How is that even whiff?
It's privilege, but hey, man.
How does that whiff? He pressed roundhouse in front of me, which is a 12 framer. I press a 10 framer. Clearly, both my arms were touching his knees.
Game don't give a fuck.
And he kicks me, and then I get it. Come on. I know the privilege is different, but come on. See, that's me doing to make him jump, if you notice.
And that was good too, because that beats his what he was trying to do. Remember what he did? I was gonna say it like when he did the walk back crouch strong against your stand heavy kick. That was the same situation. And I was gonna say, yo, can you beat it with heavy flame there? And you did it.
So I am basically here at this situation. I don't have a complete game plan, right?
Yeah, you're just freestyling, right?
Okay, so against this new style that Mr. Daigo. So what I'm doing here now is a shit ton of heavies and a lot of yoga flames. Okay, so this will induce a jump, hopefully. That's my plan. See, like, you see how greedy my pierces were? You think about that. I'm doing heavy point blank, damn near. That's like to beat all the counter pokes that he's doing, and fireball. But that loses to obviously a DI and a jump, right? What I'm doing. So I want him to, see.
Ready.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Snuffed.
Oh, so sick.
Bro, that was so delayed. Holy shit.
Drop combo, turn into reset. Now we're dead. We lost it already. Damn, dude. That was so good. Like the fact that he was so ready already. I was like, bro, how are you ready here? See? He dashed again. Look how much I changed it. I changed it too. Look. I would just delay. You feel me? Like the reaction to switch up is super immediate already. But I can't just like preemptive too.
Yeah, it's rough. You have to commit.
Yeah. If you notice, he's doing this now to me too. This one. This the delay fireball. That's the beat. If I drive reversal, he gets a combo.
Right.
So it's like, oh god. But that one would lose to DI. So I need to DI there. So I need to DI there. So to beat that too. And then I needed to add this one too as well in the option tree. See, this roundhouse right here hits me if I'm floating, right? So there's I do a float slightly higher, but you won't be able to tell. And that roundhouse whiffs. The DI is whiff, the fierce whiff of Ken.
Okay.
So I will stay there and I will hit him. That's for the next time. So I labbed that already. But that's I can use that only if his mental stack is paying attention to the ground heavily. Because the moment he's not paying attention to that, he might uppercut me, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is okay. Because I have a higher reward there anyways, because I get a cool combo. See, I have to use a lot of heavies. I can't believe I missed that.
It does seem like you anchor his attention more to the ground when you do like flames in neutral and when you do like arch, because then he's like, oh, I have to drive rush this. So maybe those might be your points of like, I don't know what the opposite of point of entry would be, point of exit.
Like, yeah. No, for sure. It's like super explosive. Like, I don't think that next time I play him, I would play this strat. But I will play I already know he's looking for a whip. But then I can't close this round, unfortunately. I don't know how to close this. I can't whiff, guys. I promise you, I die here. He baited me. I don't know how to close it.
You know what would be a good tactic is EX arch and then drive rush into empty, like just an empty jab, just to like gauge what he's looking for. Because Daigo, when you arch him, you notice he like his entire priority is neutralizing that situation. He doesn't really take the arch. He's like, okay, I'm gonna parry this, or I'm gonna attack underneath it. He's gonna do some sort of like aggressive solution instead of a passive one. So maybe sneaking in something like a drive rush into like a feint is a good way of gauging what his intentions are in the moment. Because the thing about Daigo is he adapts fast, but he adapts once you've countered him. If you haven't countered him, he will keep doing the same thing.
This is a new one too. He did. Look at this. This is the new one. -5 roundhouse. I tried to do the take turn, right? Look what he does. Crouching medium punch beats every button that you press there.
Even stand like it?
Huh?
Not stand like it though.
But it's not gonna whiff there. It's irrelevant.
But it won't whiff if you know he's pressing it though, right? You counter hit him.
I can do standing medium punch with whiff punish automatic. Right, but then okay, think about the math. -5, then you're gonna press the fucking this button or this, right? So obviously, if I press a 9 frame, I would beat it, right? For sure. Okay, but then at this point, you don't really use light kick there, you know? I should have fucking I think I can believe they dropped that combo, dude. I fucking practiced that a lot.
Were you too high? Looked like you were kind of above the minimum height restriction.
I would be like at least 10 there on the come down medium punch. But then I should have just pressed fierce instead. But I can't wait to play him again though. But this was like what? Legit like 8 days ago, I think. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna play this like how I play against Marissa, against Daigo. I can't believe I'm not plus there.
Yeah, that was whack.
but I think I'm plus anyways. But I went for a grab, so on the trade I lose, right?
Nice.
Yeah, I know you're gonna do that.
Damn, this is a grind.
It is a grind for sure. This motherfucker is too good. I'm trying to time the parry that. But the next time I need to do something more extravagant. And do fierce fireball. This is no jump zone, baby.
Yo, you get
can't
him
jump
really
zone.
low in drive gauge. It's just we gotta figure out how to like force him to deplete those last 2.5 bars or whatever.
Don't worry. We figured it out already. Okay, we got them notes. It's ready. This is like with turbo on and
Yeah, true.
no preparation.
True.
So this is not necessarily our best form, but we got some. Like
Can't get a lot of damage.
I just want to
Solid.
do the daily sets grind with Daigo. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. But I need to prepare. So I kind of like how I play with the other
Nice.
Asian cats. I play with it every day. So unfortunate. Harry? Okay, that's a good. We won this already. Oh shit! Don't tell me you choked this up. Oh shit! That fireball is just too good there. You gonna take the turn? Fast fireball! Fast fireball! Oh my god! Shit. Yeah, we can
Nice.
do that. Fast fireball. Okay, last. Yeah, fast fireballs are so needed against him because he walks forward a lot
Mm-hmm.
and he jumps there super
Oh
well.
my goodness, how did that hit you, bro?
I know. It's like I told you, the can be doing things. He's not ready there too. I'm not gonna run away, baby. Come on now. You're fighting. You here? Sure. Like mind you, I'm plus there. Okay, but I chose to float and be cute. That's why I got hit.
Did
Then
you
I
think
got
the fireball
greedy.
was gonna hit him?
No.
No, it just did it.
Already,
Okay.
yeah. But like
I didn't play that.
the slide that I did, he fucked me up there. Yeah, I knew I'm gonna grab him a lot now because he's not taking grabs, so I need to grab him more. And I missed a grab there again.
Are you 2+? What the fuck was that? How did that whiff? Oh
Yeah,
shit.
So no.
Oh, that was so good.
So good, right?
That was
This
pretty good.
motherfucking guy, bro. He's prepared. He got all the tech. They had to do late grab there. See, he's
Ooh,
not.
nice.
He's never teching. He's never teching. I should have just confirmed that, but I wasn't.
You
I
can confirm that
wasn't
into
sure he was
super,
gonna get
right? I don't ever do that.
it. Yeah. No, I confirmed the DRC.
Oh, okay. So what can you get from that
Yeah.
range? If you
Crouching
DRC?
Fierce and then
Oh, nice.
Crouching Fierce. Yeah, then you just win. But then I wasn't expecting for him to get hit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Actually, I didn't even try to cancel that, actually. Yeah, I didn't even bother. I don't know. Yeah, he can't really win here. Oh my god. See how he tricked me there?
Damn.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this trickery. Look. Look.
Got him.
Bro, come on. That man's amazing.
That's so subtle too.
Yeah. I'm surprised you made me analyze this game. There's like so many other games that we could have watched.
I mean, it's one of my favorite matchups of all time, bro. So, I'm a little biased.
Daigo.
You and
is
Daigo, bro, you know how many
the GOAT.
classics you guys have had?
I need to. Yeah, I
Alrighty.
can't wait to play Nintendo.
Well, there you go, guys. I guess that concludes our episode numero uno of Fighter Academy podcast with my boy, Mr. Filipino Champ himself. Hope you guys enjoyed it on both sides of the streams. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys same time next Tuesday, 10 p.m.
Yes,
Eastern
sir.
Standard Time. All right. So if you guys are just tuning in for the first time, it is a weekly podcast, and we will be asking the questions on Twitter and on the Discord channel. So if you guys want to get more involved and be a part of the Q&A sections, then just feel free to come through. Please, if you guys haven't already, I don't feel like I need to say this, but if there are people under rocks that have not followed Fchamp already, please do so. All right, that is,
follow Zach, guys.
you know what I'm
Follow
saying? And give you guys the plug to his stream. All right, appreciate
Follow
you guys.
Zach, y'all. Zach's the man.
All right. And yeah, so anybody that's tuning in on YouTube, just feel free to like, comment on the videos on both my channel and Fchamp's. Subscribe to both of our channels. We are pumping out some amazing content on the regular, and let us know what you enjoyed about the broadcast. If you have any ideas for topics you'd like us to go over, feel free to share. We will catch you guys on the next one. All right, everybody?
Yes, that's so much fun.
Appreciate you guys. Much love.
Yeah, later, y'all.
Take care.
Bye, Zach stream.
Peace.